So what I was saying is, when I read what Lena wrote online, I thought it was a really pertinent question, and I think there's two things to look at. And the first one is, as an administrator, you need to look at your school and the community of your school and the students, and what, as an administrator, you know exactly what your school would need. And think about the needs of your school. For example, I know that in my school, we needed to have some kind of training around dealing with teachers teaching social justice issues like homophobia, because they weren't comfortable with that themselves. So then I suggested to my principal, well, why don't we get some PD regarding that area so people deal with it first before they start to talk to the students about it, because obviously that would be something they'd want to think about before they approach those kind of topics with students. So I think that's one part of it. And another one is, I think that teachers aren't used to being asked, and that's why they say I don't know, but I actually think that they really do know, and that if you just give them a bit more time, if you ask them on the face of it, maybe they won't know. But if you ask them to think about what area do you need to know more, like maybe is it curriculum knowledge, or is it classroom management, or is it a specific problem or a specific area of interest that you're dealing with right now? Because I know for me, they change all the time. What I need, what I'm interested in, it's always changing. And I don't think that's a bad thing because you're developing, you're growing. So I think if you ask them, then they could probably think about what they need in that point in time. And you don't have to get a PD that actually responds to all of them. I think that they could actually sign up for PD. And I think it's a good thing to do some work, because if you're not going to do work, you're not going to get any return. So if you want to actually make a change, you're going to have to work. It's part of our job to know what to do. You're going to have to take a course or go to a workshop or do something more. And that isn't always bad, because then if they have real answers to questions that you want to ask, well, they're going to have to go after them in a way that takes time and effort. And I don't think that's such a bad thing. Another thing is, I think you could take teachers then and put them in groups, because teachers hold a lot of information already, just like what we're talking about here. So look at the teachers that want to work on classroom management, or look at the ones that want to work on curriculum knowledge and, being able to convey that effectively, and put them together, and then maybe start pairing people up with people that feel they could help one another in those areas. And that could be a sort of PD where teachers actually present to teachers, and when they start presenting about what they know, they'll probably be more confident about what they need. I don't know, that's what I think.
Thank you. I'm writing all this down.